नमस्ते, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी। पत्र सूचना कार्यालय जयपुर की ओर से मैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और स्वागत करना चाहती हूँ वित्त मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी को, और उनके साथ हमारे दोनों मिनिस्टर्स ऑफ स्टेट भी मौजूद हैं इस प्रेस वार्ता के लिए, और पूरे फिनांस मिनिस्ट्री की टीम भी मौजूद है। शुरू करने से पहले वित्त मंत्री जी हमसे इस चर्चा के बारे में, किस प्रसंग में ये चर्चा रखी गई है थोड़ा सा बताएंगे, और फिर उसके बाद आप प्रश्न पूछिएगा। माइक आने पे ही आप प्रश्न पूछना शुरू कीजिए और अपना नाम और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बताइएगा। नमस्ते, गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी। पत्र सूचना कार्यालय जयपुर की ओर से मैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और स्वागत करना चाहती हूँ वित्त मंत्री श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी को, और उनके साथ हमारे दोनों मिनिस्टर्स ऑफ स्टेट भी मौजूद हैं इस प्रेस वार्ता के लिए, और पूरे फिनांस मिनिस्ट्री की टीम भी मौजूद है। शुरू करने से पहले वित्त मंत्री जी हमसे इस चर्चा के बारे में, किस प्रसंग में ये चर्चा रखी गई है थोड़ा सा बताएंगे, और फिर उसके बाद आप प्रश्न पूछिएगा। माइक आने पे ही आप प्रश्न पूछना शुरू कीजिए और अपना नाम और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बताइएगा, और उसके बाद आप प्रश्न पूछिए। क्योंकि समय कम है तो बजट के बारे में प्रश्न पहले पूछिए, उसके बाद अगर जनरल क्वेश्चंस के लिए समय है तो आप पूछिएगा। We can start? We'll start directly? Okay. तो मैं अभी आशीष पीटीआई से कहती हूँ, आप पहले पूछिए। माइक तो दो।
Ma'am, BJP government has been saying that a lot of relief has been given in the budget, and but there is some kind of confusion in the small investors because their LIC money has been invested in Adani Group. So means as Parliament session is running, why government is afraid of calling a JPC in this?
With all the budget related questions, and then I will come to addressing these questions.
Dev.
Right. Ma'am, I'm Dev from India Today Group. The union budget that has been presented by the government claims that there will be relief as far as the investors are concerned, as far as salaried employees are concerned, because of the standard deduction and other factors. But do you think, as far as other things are concerned, whether it be the price of a cylinder, the petrol and diesel prices, how about that? You have mentioned that petrol, diesel can be included in GST, but how soon can the government come out with a decisive decision in this case? I have another question, probably you can take it later on. The plenary session of the Congress will be getting on in a few days in Chhattisgarh. But the Congress has maintained that ED raids are currently going on in Chhattisgarh, and this is the vindictive politics of the BJP, of the central government. What do you have to say about that as well?
What was it first?
The government mentioned that petrol and diesel can be included in GST. How soon can a government come out with a decision on that matter, ma'am?
It's not for the government to come out on it. I'm sure you're quite aware that petrol and diesel in the GST, my predecessor Shri had already brought it in terms of items in it. So long as the GST Council doesn't take a call on what rate at which it has to be, it cannot be implemented at all. So the GST implementation, inclusive of petrol and diesel, can happen only when states agree to it. So that's the matter on GST Council's table.
But the GST Council has or is governed by the government, isn't it, ma'am?
It's not governed by any one member. It is finance ministers of all states.
So if
And
the
the center
Congress,
is also-
if the Congress ruled states do mention that they want the petrol diesel prices to come under GST, will the central government follow suit?
If the Congress, as I'm repeating your words, I'm not saying it. For kindly members of media, please take care. I'm only repeating what Dev has said. If any one party, you said Congress, wants it to come, let them bring it to the GST Council and say, we are all here now. We want it in the GST Council. Let the Council take a call. The central government has made its intent clear by saying we'll put it as an item into the GST. Rate aap batao bhai, GST Council mein. So let the Congress members initiate it in the council and let there be an open charcha. We've already shown our intent that let it come in.
Thank you, ma'am.
And did you have
Archana?
one more question?
That the plenary session of the Congress will be getting started in Chhattisgarh a few days' time. The Congress has accused the Modi government of indulging in vindictive politics by getting the ED raids done on Congress leaders in Chhattisgarh, ma'am.
I've said this before, investigative agencies, ED, CBI and everybody else do their huge big homework for quite some time, and only when they have necessary prima facie material in their hand, and particularly if it is income tax and ED, after having sent quite a number of questionnaires for which they get their complete reply or partial reply or no reply, it is only after that they go. It cannot be done overnight by any instinct. So, it's a strange thing that a party whose past president, current president, no, maybe not current president, past president, and the one before past president, on corruption and money mismanagement matters are all out there on bail. And that is through the courts. And they speak of vindictive politics. Each one of the agencies going there are coming out with such a tangible evidence, some of which, for instance, in Bengal, got pictured by you, the media. So instead of accusing of vindictiveness, they should probably explain to the people and in its own plenary as to why their party chiefs are by the court on bail, on matters of mismanaging party funds towards their own, whatever, personal dynastic funds. So, Congress party on corruption should not speak at all. And then bring in the angle of vindictiveness. It's a shame. From the first government, one after the other, every Congress government has come to power and gotten out of power only on issues related to corruption.
And the Congress says that when we talk about crony capitalism, favoritism in the parliament, the Prime Minister talks about how he has the support of billions of people. So rather than replying to facts and figures, the ruling party at the center is skipping the main issue and trying to divert the entire matter.
If only they stay in the house to listen to the Honorable Prime Minister. I can give you every instance of every time questions raised by the Congress, the Honorable Prime Minister has stood up to give a detailed reply. The one thing that the Congress would do is throw the allegation and after that walk out because they can't face the facts. The Honorable Prime Minister would give the facts before them and say, here is it, take it. But they're not there to listen. Either they should learn not to walk out of the house so that they can sit and squarely take the reply the Honorable Prime Minister gives. Or when they throw allegations, they throw it with substantial evidence and not, spit and run tactics.
One last question, ma'am. On the issue
You're building on this issue? Come on, go on. Build it.
On the issue of crony capitalism, when the issue was raised in the parliament, Prime Minister Modi did not, in his reply, name Adani even once. He was talking about everything else.
So is this what the Congress is saying or you're saying it? Either way, I'll answer it, but I'm curious.
The question is mine, but it's a valid question, ma'am.
The court is looking into it, right?
Thank you.
Archana.
My question is
Your
on
mic is.
my question is on cryptocurrency. Definitely there has been a bill, but then it has been delayed. But in current scenario, like what we are witnessing, lakhs of youngsters are putting their money into it. And recently, Hong Kong has already planning to declare it as a legal tender. So what's India's take on it? Because definitely there was a quote as well that during India's G20 presidency, the country will take this as a, what all can be the best, definitely we'll look into it. So what is the government's stand into it?
Well, this is also on the agenda of the G20 because we think technology-driven crypto asset creation and buying and selling of assets in the crypto world will have to have international cooperation because they can be anywhere but operate in India. They can be in India but operate anywhere else as well. But in order that the concern that you voiced about youngsters going into it, both the regulators and also the National Deposit, the Securities Deposit Center has also done a lot of campaign, and that campaign continues every now and then to alert people that this is a high risk area and they should be careful. But as regards the bill, the discussion is continuing, and the moment we have something, we'll let you know.
Yeah, but in the current scenario, when because definitely we are seeing these Adani shares, the share market going a little bouncy, I don't think that campaign has been very effective. So are there any more such plans to make the youths aware of it?
The campaign will continue, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am, this is Yash Goel with the Statesman. I have two questions. One, क्या आपका ये जो बजट है इस साल का जो 23 और 24 का है, क्या ये महंगाई कम करेगा या क्या करेगा? दूसरा ये है कि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स ने, हिमाचल ने और राजस्थान ने ओपीएस लागू किया है, ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम अगेंस्ट दी एनपीएस, और वो फंड्स मांग रहे हैं कि फंड्स दिया जाए. और हरियाणा में भी आज इस बारे में काफ़ी प्रोटेस्ट वगैरह हो रहे हैं. तो इन दोनों के बारे में आपका क्या?
हरियाणा सरकार
हैं?
क्या बोल रहे हैं?
हरियाणा में पीपल आर प्रोटेस्टिंग इन हरियाणा ऑल्सो फॉर डिमांडिंग द ओपीएस.
हाँ. इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल के लिए मैंने बजट रिप्लाई के द्वारा एक नहीं बहुत सारे कदम जो केंद्र सरकार ने उठाया उसको लिस्ट आउट किया. उसमें मैं इस उदाहरण के लिए 3-4 आपके सामने रख रही हूँ. बहुत सारे स्टेप्स हमने उठाया. दलहन का कल्टीवेशन के लिए बहुत इंसेंटिव्स किसान के लिए दे रहे हैं, जिससे आज नहीं कल परसों अगले साल अगले क्रॉप में दलहन प्रोडक्शन भारत में उत्पादन ज़्यादा हो. इस बीच में शॉर्ट टर्म मेजर के नाते जहाँ से भी हम इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो मसूर हो, मूंग हो, जो भी दलहन, उसका ड्यूटी सब घटा करके वी ब्रॉट इट डाउन टू सिंगल डिजिट्स और कंप्लीटली रिमूव्ड, जिससे इंपोर्ट सुविधाजनक हो, जल्दी हो और सस्ते में दलहन भारत में मिले. सेकंड, एडिबल ऑयल्स के लिए पिछले 3 साल से लगातार इंपोर्ट फ्री, ऑलमोस्ट फ्री कर दिया, जिससे जहां ऑयल पाम क्रूड आना है या पाम रिफाइंड आना है उसका भी हमने ओपन कर दिया, जिससे एडिबल ऑयल का प्रोडक्शन सप्लाई इजी हो जाए और सप्लाई भी खूब होना चाहिए. सो एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हीट एंड राइस, आपको ऑलरेडी मालूम है पिछले कोविड के साल से 2020 से, क्योंकि सीरियल्स, गेहूं हो, चावल हो और कुछ हद तक एक दाल हो, एकदम गरीब लोगों को मुफ्त में देना. पिछले साल तक हमने, पिछले दिसंबर तक हमने 5+5 जहां वो खरीद रहे थे, 5 प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना के तहत हमने फ्री में दिए, जिससे उनके कम से कम रोटी बनाने के लिए आटा, मतलब गेहूं चावल उनके यहाँ मुफ्त पहुंचे। सो गरीब का देखभाल करते हुए जिनको फ्री में मतलब सस्ते में मार्केट में एडिबल ऑयल हो, दलहन हो मिलना है, उसके लिए इंपोर्ट भी जहां जरूरत है उसका भी बढ़ाते आ रहे हैं, जिसके कारण ही नवंबर में आप देखे होंगे इट केम डाउन बिलो 6%। 6% जो टॉलरेंस बैंड बोलते हैं, 6 से ज़्यादा ना हो, कंट्रोल में रखें आरबीआई, 6 के नीचे 5.8 तक आया। और अभी भी होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स शायद पिछले 12 वीक्स और 24 वीक्स में, वो मैं करेक्ट करना चाहती हूँ, 24 शायद 24 वीक्स सबसे लोवेस्ट लेवल में आया है WPI। सो इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल के लिए बहुत सारे कदम सरकार उठा रही है और कंटिन्यूअस उसमें ध्यान देते रहेंगे। मगर मैं एक CA से पूछना चाहती हूँ, इफ़ यू हैव एनीथिंग टू ऐड ऑन इन्फ्लेशन एंड